Matthew 5, about the light. Watch this. I'm going to show you why we do this. Because in a crowd of people, you'll be able to spot us, wouldn't you? Because we look different. We act different. Our aura is different. Everything about us doesn't speak, oh, that's just a Negro in the street, right? Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14. Ye are the light of the world.
Right.
A city that is set on a hill,
right,
cannot be hid.
We are the light of the world. This is what Christ is telling us. We're supposed to be a light to the rest of the world, showing them what's possible if you keep the commandments, right? You read.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel.
And you're not supposed to hide this. Once you walk into this understanding and know who you are and start living this lifestyle, you ain't supposed to hide it from nobody. You're supposed to let that thing show in front of everybody. You read.
But on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Right.
Let your light so shine before man.
It said, let your light shine before men. So once you start walking in this light and actually doing what the Bible tells you to do, you're going to start to see everything about your life change, and then everyone around you is going to start to see your life change. They're going to look at you and say, hey, you know what? Tell you a different man. That brother, he don't do nothing on Saturday. I can't call him no more. That brother, I hope you don't smoke no weed. That brother, stop smoking weed. That brother, stop smoking weed, because the Bible said, give me that.
Okay.
Hey, we gotta bring it out, man. Right. We gotta correct you, because guess what? You know what sin is?
Yeah.
What's sin?
Trying to steal it from the store, that's the sin.
Okay. What you do? What's the act?
I didn't want to pay for it, so I walked out the door.
Did God say something about that?
Yeah, go take it back.
I'm saying, but what's the original thing God said about stealing?
Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not, right? So give me that.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin,
right,
transgresseth also the law.
This is the definition right here. Read.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
If God said, thou shalt not, and you say, I'm going to do, you would have missed the sin. Right? Give me Romans 6:23. I'm going to show you what happened when you miss a sin. We out here to save y'all lives, because this is the stuff, you see what's going on in the world. They blowing up Palestine. They doing it in front of the whole world without even anybody caring. They like, we don't care. We're going to do what we want to do. They starting the beginning of World War III. The Bible prophesied what's going to happen during this time, during these perilous last days. So y'all being out here, this is a great thing for y'all, because now you learn the steps to save yourself from that destruction, because that's what's coming next. There are steps that go to that end of the last day. We ain't going to know when that day comes, but you're going to know the signs that come before that. Right now, we in them signs of wars, rumors of wars, pestilence, famine, some food shortage going on right now. They shut the gas down, gas prices skyrocketing, inflation, prices of inflation. All these things are going on because we in sin, and God trying to wake his people up in the last days. This is it for us. There's no more coming back after this. So read that. Watch this.
The book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
You go to your job, you work them 40 hours a week, and you get a paycheck. That's your wage, right? Yeah. God said you live your life, and you know these commandments, or you don't know these commandments, whether you do or not. If you in the midst of sin, the payment for your sin is death. So if you know, the Bible said women dress in modest apparel, and you continue not to dress that way or try to figure it out, wages of sin is what? Death, right? And this ain't going to be no happy death this time. Because God's talking about lake of fire, right? You know what that is? Talking about nuclear destruction. Nuclear destruction. That's what's coming to America. This is Babylon the Great. That's what's prophesied to happen to this place. So if you don't want to sit up here and get hit with a nuclear bomb, you know what I'm saying? You gotta start changing some things. That's what the Bible's talking about. Read that again.
The book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 23.
For
the wages of sin is death.
So the wages, the payment, the judgment for you breaking God's laws is going to be death, right? So that's why we are here showing you all these things and showing you the commandments so that you can start working on them. I know it's not easy to go and cause, finances, things like that, but check this. Give me Ecclesiastes 4:9. You know what I want? Yep, because watch this. That's why we give y'all the flyers It has our information on it. We have a school. We're going back there today. We open up at 4 o'clock. What we do is we teach people. That's why we call it a school, not a church. Because we teach people the things that they're supposed to be doing according to God to get right. Because if we don't get right, guess what's going to happen? We're going to get destruction. And that's what we don't want for our people. We want our people to live. So read that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9. Two are better than one.
It said 2 is better than 1, right? Read.
Because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
So if you by yourself out here in the world, having the information that you are God's chosen people, and you're not around people that can help you get yourself together, because this thing ain't easy. This is a fight. This is a fight every day. We think that Satan is some guy in the middle of the ground with a pitchfork and he come up here just to bug people. No, Satan walking all around us every single day. Them the people at your job. That's that website that you scroll past on your phone. That's that man that come holler at you when you're feeling some type of way. Those things is the devil right there. That's the stuff that we fighting against being Israelites. God put that in front of us. That's the condition of the battle, what the Bible says. We have to fight sin every single day. Put on the new man and put off the old man. It takes time, but if you by yourself, it's going to take even longer, and it might be too late. So read that again.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9. Two are better than one.
Right.
Because they have a good reward for their labor.
Right.
For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone.
It said, woe to him that's alone. Woe means destruction. It said, destruction to them that's alone. Read.
For he falleth, for he have not another to help them up.
Because there's no one around them to keep them in line according to God's laws. That when we mess up, there's gonna be no one to tell you, hey, bro, give me Leviticus 5:1. Watch this. Because the Bible tell you what we're supposed to be doing to love our own people, to love each other, right? Because once again, religion tell you love everybody. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible says your neighbor is your own people. Your own people, which are the Israelites. Read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 5, verse 1. And if a soul sin and heareth the voice of swearing.
So if I see you in the midst of sin, right? Read.
And is a witness whether he have seen or known of it.
So if I know of it or I've seen it with my own eyes, read.
If he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
So I'm going to be in trouble with God if I see you doing something against God's laws and I don't tell it to you or your leader over you so that you can correct yourself. Give me Leviticus 19:17. Watch this. This is how we love each other as a people. This is the thing that's not applied in the black community because we got things that tell us don't snitch, we ain't going to say nothing, and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, you living around the corner from a murderer who just murdered your cousin, murdered your brother, murdered your mother. Look at Chicago. They run around just killing each other. And no one's taking accountability for it because our people hate one another. Read this.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
It said, don't hate your brother in your heart, right? Read.
Thou shalt anywise rebuke thy neighbor.
Rebuke means to correct, chastise, right? Read.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Don't let that brother, don't let your people see from. That's where all the things and the hatred of our people come from. We hold grudges against each other. We want to sit up there and show hatred towards one another, right? But the Bible said we're supposed to avenge things that happen to us, and we're not supposed to hold grudges against our people, right? You read.
Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
It said the children of thy people. So when it said love your neighbor like you love yourself, it's talking about your own people. Right. That's what it's talking about. So as Israelites, this is what we're supposed to be doing.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.